Hello everyone, it's been a while since I've made my last video. Last time I was running a giveaway, which the prizes have already been long distributed. There was one person who failed to reach back out to me. You're still eligible to receive your prize if you see this video. Just, DM me again on Twitter. I know who you are, so no one else try to claim their prize. Okay, also, the main reason I wanted to make this video was because I got really tired of seeing like the moronic discourse online between these two games. Uh, Really, there's nothing wrong with either. Like, well, I say that objectively. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to enjoy either game. I personally will not be playing Zenless Zone Zero. I do enjoy Wuthering Waves. Zenless Zone Zero looks great visually. The soundtrack is amazing. Um, the characters are really bubbly, really cute, really interesting. Like as far as personality display goes, but like some of their designs, like to me, like aren't appealing enough. I can't really tell which character is a 5-star and which character is like a 4-star, like just based on looking at them. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just like where's the quality increase beyond like flashy animations between characters is what like I mean, like, yeah, I could say the same thing for Wuthering Waves, but like overall, like Zenless Zone Zero, like I just don't see it right now in this moment as a strong enough contender for me to like download it. Especially after like having just download Forespoken, like I've been enjoying that, and that's like over 100 gigabytes, and I'm not about to delete it until like I'm done with it. And then after I'm done with this, I'm going to do another replay of Baldur's Gate 3. So yeah, like I'm no longer spending money on Wuthering Waves, and that's not because Wuthering Waves is bad or anything, but it's just because like the value proposition right now is not at a reasonable level for me to continue spending. Like, I mean, there might be a character I want to get more of here or there, but generally, my idea is that I want to have money to do other stuff, like go on cruises, buy other video games, because a lot of video games are coming out this year, and I want to have enough control. So let me get back to my point about Zenless Zone Zero. Zenless Zone Zero overall, from everything that I've seen hours of content. I don't have to play it myself to know if whether I like it or not. But like everything I've seen, it's not like, it's like a 4 out of 10 for me. Like it's just I can't quite put my finger on what it is, but there are elements in ZZZ that are missing, that are not missing in Honkai Impact 3rd or Punishing Grey Raven. I played those games a little bit, like not extensively, but I did enjoy like I did enjoy them. And that, like, I don't really have to justify why I don't want to play it. It's just it just doesn't have the appeal for me. Wuthering Waves gives me, the anime combat, really cool male characters I've been looking for, and it just feels really cool to like have like the kind of game that Wuthering Waves is. Actually, I will be getting the battle pass, like at least in Wuthering Waves, and like the Blue Knight subscription. But other than that, like I'm not like massively wedging the characters. And like I also wanted to bring this to my next point, which I know like I'm kind of like bouncing back and forth here, but bear with me. Is that in hindsight, no gacha game can compete with a AAA game. It can't, because if you have a live service game that runs out of content in like a week or two, and then you have to wait 4 or 5 more weeks for the next content to come along while you're farming for characters. A lot of players, and I've seen this like in chats and stuff, they're saying like, oh, I'm bored already, like I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that. Like, yeah, like, I mean, I understand, but at the same time, you knew what you were signing up for. You don't have to play for hours every day. There are several other games for a reason. Making a gacha game your main game is a mistake. Really, making any game your main game might inevitably be a mistake. Like, you could have like a game you're like maining for a while. For like example, like I main Baldur's Gate 3 for like 300 hours, and then I main Smite for like thousands of hours. Like, but then like I played stuff in between. Like even when I was maining Smite, like I played like 2, maybe 3 hours a day, and then like played something else. It's just like you gotta find a happy balance between your gacha game and then finding an actual game to play. And some people don't have consoles or PCs, so all they have is gacha games. They typically don't get burned out that easily because that is all they have to game. But learning, if you do still get burnt out, learning new skills, going outside, exercising. No, like I'm serious. Like just starting small somewhere and like doing just any little amount of exercise and just gradually increasing it as time goes on, it makes a huge difference. I promise you it does. It has helped me in my own life, and like I would recommend it to everyone else. And in my opinion, even with all the flaws that Forespoken has, as a buy once and then a buy once and you play and everything is accessible to you, it's better than Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero. And Forespoken is, and I say Forespoken is better than Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero because not only was it just like $30 or something when I bought it on sale, but also like some of the quality of life features that are in the game, like that make it just easier. Like you could either choose, for example, like there are the accessibility settings where I can choose how much stamina I like, how fast my stamina regenerates, highlighting enemies, just like really small things to tweak, like how effective and the ability to turn off whether my magic affects me or not. It like really gives me the option to customize my gameplay. And the problem with live service games is that they don't have that option. And then like I have access to all the content that Forespoken would have to offer. I have access to this massive world. Like I know like it's relatively empty, but for me, like I don't need a lot of stuff in a big world. Like just sometimes being able to fight a couple enemies and enjoy the sights is like enough for me in certain games. Like if I want gameplay packed games, then I can go to Baldur's Gate 3 or Final Fantasy 14 when I get my account unlocked. I have a Square Enix rank coming up about that, but yeah, like I feel like just about any single player game you buy once and like you get a full access to its content will always be better like to play than a gacha game. It won't ever make the same amount of money a gacha game will make, but the thing is like you get a more full experience. You feel less compelled to do things. Like you play at your own pace. Like I can't tell you how much of a breath of fresh air it is to just relax, play Forespoken for a couple of hours, and like just like let the story carry itself. The story actually isn't that bad. It's like sometimes the main character can be a little awkward, but I feel like it's not as bad as I remembered, at least because I remember she was Frey, the main character, was pretty annoying in the demo. She's actually not that bad. She's not nearly as bad as I remember, and because of that, like, I've been enjoying the story. Like, it's very grounded. I feel like I'm in an isekai, and I wish I could customize my own character and stuff, but more on that in like how I would improve Forespoken in my next video. Anyway, like, enough, bouncing around. I'm just gonna wrap this all up in case like my point seems lost on you. Okay, so essentially everything I've said up to this point amounts to this. It's great if you want to play Zenless Zone Zero. It's not a terrible game. I just don't find the appeal in it for me, so I will not be playing it. I like Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves is great, but it's not like main gameable material, because like eventually all live service games run out of content and you have to wait for them to release content, and you have to play the way that they want you to play. When you're playing a live service game, you play the way they want you to play. You can't really customize your experience that much, and if you do, you are at risk of getting banned. You don't have that same fear for a single player game, which is like why Forespoken or just about any like Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate 3, those games are infinitely better in gameplay because they allow you to customize your experience to your liking without fear of getting banned or losing access to your account unless you do something absolutely crazy. So yeah, that's the whole spiel of this video, as well as the BS discourse. Like, you guys look ridiculous. Like, like every other Twitter post I see is someone saying, well, Zenless Zone Zero doesn't have this, or Wuthering Waves isn't this, or this isn't that great, or like, it's just shut up. Post cool clips or fun clips of your gameplay. Post bugs because those are funny. Like, I saw a glitch the other day in Wuthering Waves where someone was sliding down a mountain and like they had like this music playing in the background. It was pretty funny. If I can find it, like, I'll flash it on screen, but or at the end of the video. But basically, they just slid under the mountain and like just kept going, and they wouldn't stop sliding until the challenge ended. It was like that's the kind of stuff I should see on my Twitter feed, not people arguing over which gacha game is better, because at the end of the day, you're all getting forked out of your money and time. Anyway, take care, stay smooth. Peace.